Look at this, another new anime review series. This is Headhunted to Another World. The full title of this thing is Headhunted to Another World, from Salaryman to Big Four. Yep, so we have another anime series. This one, like in the case of Red Ranger as an Adventure in Another World, it's only 2 episodes. Here we're discussing the first 3 that have been released. Yes, the first 3. And the title of this episode are Tips on How to Pass the Entrance Exam in Another World. The art of navigating in a captivating a stubborn tribal chief. Now I understand. Elite general communication. Yep. From what I can tell anyways, these episodes all adapt pretty much like the first 3 chapters of manga. So basically, here's that now the whole premise thing is we have a salaryman who was sent to like various overseas constantly, like as soon as he's developing this one branch in one country, he is sent to transfer another country the same exact thing. And of course, basically, they viewed him as trash. So the guy's name is Uchimaru. That's his name. Now the dub was never released yet, but they were announced who basically is going to be dubbing him, and it's going to be Joshua Walters, where he's referred to as Donsuke Umar, overseas manager, and he's summoned by a demon lord. Well, demon overlord is referred to him here, and apparently he got his hands on his records. Now, in the manga, basically, he didn't do this. It's like, oh, I know the art of negotiation. And he's like, I'll make you do that. In the anime, it's like, yeah, he knows what he's doing. Which, I appreciate the fact the anime did this, because it felt as though you read the manga of this, you're like, wait, why did I keep saying, like, what can you do? Oh, I can negotiate. Kind of like one of the lead generals. We're also introduced here to the other 3 members of this group. We have Udamarha, a red-haired, looks like a basic sort of a dragon, part dragon person, because she's got a tail. She's a fire. There's also someone who's basically like this weird cloud thing, and then of course there's Jerome, who's a cat girl. Yes, a little cat girl. So then, of course, basically, like as part of his job skills and negotiation like this. So his first task is to negotiate with the Minotaur tribe. Yes, a Minotaur. I should point out, though, there's a Minotaur in the castle. Basically, that's where well, that's where Ulamahara basically takes him. And, well, she tries basically negotiating her way, doesn't work, and then he knows basically, oh, we still need straw here, so then he thinks about it at a bar, yes, a bar, and he figures like, oh, this is trash. It's hay. So then he proceeds down on the floor. So apparently the reason why he was upset was because he had trouble sleeping. And he was I thought the negotiations were going really well. Nope, they weren't. So then, of course, basically he's able to, well, negotiate an alliance with the Minotaur tribe. No problem. And then, like, the very next episode, he is, of course, basically discussing, well, we need to form an annexation of the Ogre tribe. Yes, an Ogre tribe. You're thinking, wait a minute, didn't you have another series you done a review for where it featured basically ogres? Yes, Peter Grill and the Philosopher's Time. I need to basically finish watching that series eventually. It's got 1 season left to go. I'll probably watch it maybe tomorrow or probably Wednesday, probably. Yep. Oh, by the way, this one will be added to the Monday schedule. Well, it's a good thing, too, because Afria is basically about, let's come back tomorrow. That's got about 5 more to go, and then it's done. So, from what I can tell, it looks like the first episode aired on New Year's Day, and the last 2 episodes aired on Monday, so this will be on the Monday schedule. In the case of Red Ranger, that'll be at the Sunday, which that's fine, given the fact that Fairy Tail One Hero's Quest has got 2 more episodes to go for its current season, and it's done. So we have something to take its place, which is fine. Though there is no anime coming soon, that'll be 100 Girlfriends. That probably, hopefully, will come out the first episode dub. I'm hoping next Sunday. So, oh, by the way, the company who makes this is Geek Toys. Yep, Geek Toys. Now, have I watched any anime this one has made? Yes, I have. One. Plunderer. Yep, Plunderer. Yep, a series I did, I think just a couple years ago. I think I watched this basically just prior to going to, I think it was like Metricon, I think it was when I watched this. And that's like the only other anime. I'm looking at basically what they worked on. And they worked on virtually nothing else. So basically, they are sent to the ogre tribe, and they meet up with the leader, who basically thinks, "Oh, you're here to negotiate, like forming it like an annexation. I'll do everything with the head of the demon lord." Oh, by the way, also introduced this young ogre lady, Ugla. So brings, and of course, then later on, basically, now this did happen in manga too. So then, of course, she explains that the chief is actually ill, and she figured that the only way to succeed him is to basically have her lead character marry her. Yes, to have Uchimaru marry her. Like, you're like, what? Yes, seriously. It's like, and of course, there's some corporate stuff here. So basically, he figures a way to negotiate of how to get the ogre tribe on their side. Simple. Takes out, well, Uruhara, where they go to various different tribes with the chief's daughter, and get all these other tribes to basically form an alliance with him. And he's like basically upset about it, but basically his daughter was one doing a lot of negotiating. So at the same decision, basically they form a alliance. They become an alliance treaty. Like, okay, interesting. And of course, she's sent as the representative. And of course, basically the Demon King Demon Overlord is asked to appoint a direct subordinate. Ukla basically fits the role, and it's very implied she's got a thing for him. And the very next episode is all about, well, developing the relationship between Udamara and Uchimaru. So they basically have lunch, and it's this soup. Very watery, very plain. He's like, "Can I get some meat?" He's like, "Let's go hunting." So they know about this monster, this hellhound, this basically a freaking giant boar, which of course are based very easily, and they bring it to a village which also has pig-like people. Like, he points out that it's a little weird eating somebody with the same face as him. So then they try, and of course she cooks the leg meat, and it's burnt like blah. Which I would agree, I would not eat that. So that's nasty. I would not eat something that's burnt. So he proceeds to teach him how to cook meat properly by soaking it in water, and basically puts a little tap of salt on it, so cook it, have remaining meat, basically soup. He volunteers to teach this tribe how to make it, and oh yeah, by the way, during the course when she's fighting the ogre, he apparently like she gets like an attachment, like basically like a little bit strengthening, and he's just basically a little more clothing. Apparently, it's upsetting her. So he had to take an ogre escort in the morning, which he does. And after explaining it, basically, and of course she explains it to him, like it's about the clothing thing, basically, that kind of confuses him. Eventually, in the episode, they do reconcile and become official partners. But he gets a reward, basically, for all this help. And, of course, well, they kind of get to work together. Also, by the way, in the previous episode, he does meet up with, of course, basically, he tries to meet Seven, basically, to get her Elvis and Belinda. And meets the cat girl, gets the whole thing of the ogre tribe thing. Yeah, but all in all, really good first 3 episodes. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this. I would have thought, though, basically, I would enjoy a series like this. It's just amazing. Yeah. And I'm looking at the release dates in Japan. Apparently, Crunchyroll was releasing these early. You're like, really? Yeah, apparently, they're airing Crunchyroll 5 days before airing in Japan. I'm like, that's interesting. Because I was looking at the dates when they were released on the website. Like, the first episode was released on New Year's Day. The second episode was released January 6th. And the third episode I just watched, that was released just last week. And tomorrow we're getting episode 4. I'm like, wow, that's quick. And kind of it is. But so far, I'm enjoying the series so far. I mean, it's all going to be out of my review schedule, so why not? So, that's pretty much a particular review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do not hit the dislike button. Next up, I'm going to do Dragon Ball Daima. I'm probably going to do like 1 episode, given how late it's getting, okay? But do you see all of it? Bye!